Hey guys, I'm a Dimension Jumper and today I'll be doing my top 5 games that could be released towards the end of the Switch's lifetime. Now, when this is released, this will be released in early June time, so that means we'll probably be getting a Nintendo Direct fairly soonish, maybe, and it'll probably be announced in the next, I don't know, week and a half maybe, and there's probably going to be some announcements. We know that there's going to be an announcement sometime down the line of the Switch 2, and there might be its design or what or something of what it looks like, maybe like an outline of what it looks like or something like that, or what it could possibly do, when it comes to what kind of games and how stuff like that it could be used on. Because from what I remember, there was like news or something. I'm not 100% remember, or 100% sure, but the Switch 2 will have the same power as a PS4. So yeah, we don't know a whole lot about that, but because of the Switch, the original Switch, coming to the end of its life cycle, I thought, why not talk about some of the games that could possibly be releasing within, when we do see the Switch 2, what kind of games we'll be seeing throughout those last few months or so of the Switch's lifetime. So yeah. So for number 5 is the DS Online Library. Now, I would say this is a bit of a no-brainer, I would say, because we've had a lot of the other Nintendo consoles. We've got the NES, we've had the SNES, the Game Boy Color, the Nintendo 64. So I would say seeing the DS online library is a bit of a no-brainer. I'm probably thinking we're going to be seeing games like Pokemon, like the Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, and a lot of other games that make up the Nintendo library. And this will probably be passed over along to the Switch 2, because I would say it will have not only the libraries from the other games that are on the Switch, like the 64, GameCube, or maybe the GameCube will be on the Switch 2 maybe as well. But like for the consoles we have on the online library stuff, it'll be on that as well, and maybe the GameCube, the Wii, maybe the Wii U. But I feel like now we'll just be seeing like one more online library, and that'll be the DS. So that's probably one of the most likely things we'll be seeing on the Switch. So yeah. For number 4 is a 2D Zelda remake. Now the last 2D remake we've seen is Link's Awakening, and I feel like there will be another 2D remake somewhere down the line, because pretty much all of the 3D games, pretty much all the old 3D games, so Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time have all had some sort of remake or enhanced version, and I feel like we should probably be seeing a new 2D game somewhere soon. So maybe something like the original Zelda game, maybe something like that could be in the same sort of style as Link's Awakening, with that whole like cutesy art style, maybe, or maybe something different or somewhere on the same sort of animation style as Link's Awakening. And yeah, it'll be nice to see an old game or an old Zelda game getting the remake treatment, because there's like a lot of old games that newer fans of the Zelda series might not have been able to play, and one of the games getting a whole remake will be nice to see. And yeah, maybe it could be the original Zelda game. It could be Zelda 2. It could be the Oracle games. I think it could be any of the games, and hopefully we do get one, it would be cool. For number 3 is Metroid Prime 4. Now, I know that this is a bit of a meme answer or something like that along those lines, because Metroid Prime 4 has been announced for a long time now, and we haven't really had that much news. The only bit of news we've got is that it has to be redone. Like, I think the whole story or something like that has to be redone. So, yeah, we don't really know when we're going to hear another announcement for Metroid Prime 4. So, but with everything that's happening, with like the Switch 2 being announced in terms of being shown in a future direct, I would say that we're probably going to be seeing a teaser trailer maybe, or maybe just some concept art for the game. And I feel like that Metroid Prime 4 is going to get the Breath of the Wild treatment, in that it's going to be released on both the Switch and the Switch 2, kind of like how Breath of the Wild was released on both the Wii U and the Switch. So if we do hear anything about Metroid Prime 4, that'll be good. That'll be something cool to see. So yeah. For number 2 is a new 2D game. Now, I feel like this is most highly likely because over the last few releases in terms of mainline Zelda games, the last two major releases were 3D games. If we exclude remakes like the Link's Awakening one, we've had two major 3D Zelda games, that being Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. And I feel like if there's going to be a new Zelda game, it's probably most likely going to be a 2D game, because I feel like Nintendo would want to step back from making 3D games for a while. They might make a new one years and years, like 10 or so years from now, but I feel like if they want to make a new Zelda game, they'll probably want to focus on a 2D game for now, and then in the next, once that's released, like 5 years from there, we could see a new 3D game or something like that. But with a new Zelda game, I would 100% see a new 2D game, because that'd be cool. And the last 2D game that we've seen that wasn't a remake was Triforce Heroes, and that was released back on the 3DS. So seeing a new 2D game would be something quite cool to see. So yeah. And for number 1 are ports of the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. Now, these two games have had their respective remakes. I think from playing with the Wind Waker HD, that has had a really good transition from the GameCube to the Wii U, because it just has a bit more cell shading to it, and it fixed some of the things that the original had. For instance, in the Cave of Ordeals dungeon thing in the Wind Waker HD, you got that mask that can see enemy health bars instead of you just getting it from doing a particular side quest. And yeah, and from what I've seen of Twilight Princess HD, it looks cool, and I do like the whole mirror thing. So like, you've got the GameCube version for the original mode, and then you've got the Wii mode, which is when it's flipped, which is the master mode where everything is flipped, kind of like how Ocarina of Time 3D did it, where you've got the original version, and then once you've beaten the game, you get the flipped version. So yeah, I highly feel like we are going to be seeing ports of those two games, and it might get a similar treatment to Metroid Prime 4, in the sense that if we do hear any news about Metroid Prime 4 and its possible release date, both Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD could be released on the Switch, or as well as the Switch 2, maybe when the Switch 2 is released. That could be a possibility, not 100% sure, but yeah, but seeing pretty much the more modern 3D Zelda games all on one console would be cool, because we've got Skyward Sword HD, the Wind Waker HD and then Skyward Sword HD all on the same console, and then you've got the Nintendo 64 online library. So pretty much all of the 3D Zelda games will be on one console. So that'll be something quite cool to see. So yeah. So that's been my top 5 games that could appear during the last few months of the Switch's life cycle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.